Hello children, welcome to the next class of keyboard special keys. So till now we have learned about a lot of keys present on a keyboard like the alphabet keys, number keys, special keys, caps lock key, enter key, arrow keys, backspace key and the delete key. So now you know where these keys are present on a keyboard, right? What is the function of this key, and also the difference between the backspace and the delete key, because they have a similar function but there is a difference. So you all know about it now. Today we will learn about the new keys. Now those are the punctuation keys. So I want everybody to open page number 37 in your textbooks, and we will read about the punctuation keys. So as the name tells you, punctuation keys. Where have you heard this word before? Punctuation. Do you remember? Yes, you have heard of this word when you are learning in English language, right? English language or English, when you are learning, you come across a lot of punctuation marks, right? Now let's read about the punctuation keys. Punctuation marks are the special symbols that are used while writing a paragraph or a sentence. So whenever you are writing a paragraph or a sentence, you need the punctuation keys, right? You use the full stop, you use the commas, right? So let's read. These symbols bring clarity in a language. So why do we use these symbols? To bring clarity in the language. See, here also we have used full stop, which is a period between two sentences. There is a gap between two sentences. To break the two sentences, we use a full stop, which we have used in the book also. Some common punctuation marks are a full stop, which is a dot, comma, question mark, and exclamation mark, etc. So these four very common punctuation marks you have already used in your studies. You have used them in all the subjects, right? While writing sentences and full stops. While writing sentences and paragraphs. So you have used a full stop, a comma. When you ask a question or write a question, you put a question mark and an exclamation mark also. Now where do we see these punctuation keys on our keyboard? Let's find out. See, you have these keys. It's a full stop. Can you see here below? There is a full stop, a comma, a question mark, and an exclamation mark. So where do you find these keys on a keyboard? Let's turn the page back to page number 34, where we have our keyboard, right? Let's find out where do we have the punctuation marks on the keyboard. Can you see this number 1 key? It has an exclamation mark on it. The number 1 key has an exclamation mark on it. Then here at the bottom you will find the full stop and the comma, right? And with that you have another key next to the shift key, which is a question mark. So here on your keyboard you can find all the punctuation keys, right? So these punctuation keys, you have full stop, comma, a question mark and an exclamation mark. So you find these keys on a keyboard and you use these keys to use the punctuation marks while typing a sentence or a paragraph on your computer. Now let's learn about the combination keys. So as the name tells you, it is a combination. And how do we make a combination? When we add more than one things together, 2 or 3 things together, we make a combination. So as the name tells you, combination keys, that means more than one key is used at the same time to perform some functions. Now let's read about the combination keys. A key that is used in combination with another key for doing a particular operation is called a combination key. See, when we use a key in combination with another key, when we use one key with another key for doing a particular operation or for doing something specific, it is called a combination key. For example, Shift, Control and Alt. So these are the most common keys that we use in a combination. A Shift key, a Control key and a Alt key, which are present on your keyboard. We use these keys with different keys to perform some specific functions. Let's read. Shift key. So till now we have not learnt about the Shift key. Where do we see a Shift key on a keyboard? Let's find out first. If this is my keyboard, I have two Shift keys on my keyboard. See, the first Shift key on the left side and the second Shift key is on the right side, and it always have an arrow which is going up. Okay, see, it always has an arrow which is going up. So we have two Shift keys present on a keyboard. Let's read about the Shift keys. The Shift key is used to type special symbols and punctuation marks present on the upper part of the keys. There are two Shift keys on a keyboard. So what is the function of the Shift key? That the special symbols that we see and the punctuation marks that we see on the upper part of the key. Right? If you see the numeric keys, here also on the keys you have two marks. So the below mark can be written without the Shift key. But if you want to write something which is on the top part, like this question mark and exclamation mark, you have to use this key with the Shift key. You have to press the Shift key, keep it pressed and then press 1. So it will type the exclamation mark. The Shift key can also be used to type in capital letters. You have already learnt that we have a caps lock key, and when we press the caps lock key, the caps lock is on, the switch is on, and we can write in capital letters. Now if we want to write in the lowercase, we have to switch off the caps lock key. But what if I just want to write one letter in capital and rest all in small? So to write that one letter in capital, what I can do is I can press the Shift key, keep it pressed and then type. And when I do this, I'll be able to type in capital letters. See, we will read about that here. Hold down the Shift key and press the number key 1. You will get the exclamation mark on the monitor. So this is an exercise, right? An activity which you can do on your computer or on your laptop. When you are typing, you press the Shift key, keep it pressed, don't leave it, and also press number 1 key, and you will be able to write the exclamation mark on the monitor. It is also used to type alphabets in capital letters when the caps lock is turned off. If the caps lock is turned off and still you want to write in capital, you can do it with the Shift key. You press the Shift key, keep it pressed and type any letter, it will come in capital. So this is the function of a Shift key. So we use the Shift key in combination with the other keys to type in capital letters or to type the symbols which are present on the upper part of a key, right? So Shift key is one of those combination keys. Now let's read about the Control key. This key is marked as Control, CTRL. So you will find CTRL written on this key on the keyboard, which is known as the Control key. It is used in combination with other keys to perform certain actions. So you use this key with other keys to perform some actions. But before we learn about the actions, let's go back and find out where can I find this key on a keyboard. So if this is my keyboard, see here on the left side there is a key which says CTRL. it is the control key, and then another control key is here on the right hand side. So you have two control keys present on a keyboard, one on the left side and the other on the right side. Alright, so let's learn about the functions. So if I press the control key and also press home key while typing a document, what will it do? To move the cursor to the top of the document. Suppose I am typing on a computer, I have written full one page. Now when I am at the bottom of the page and I want to go up, what will I do? I will simply press the control key, keep it pressed and press the home key with it, and the cursor will go at the top of the page. Now let's find out where is the home key on the computer. So do you see these keys in the center of the keyboard between the alphabet keys and the numeric keypad? Here you have a home key and an end key, right? You have a home key and an end key. So if you press the control key, you keep it pressed, you don't leave it, and you press the home key also, this combination will take you to the top of the document. While you are typing, it will take you to the top of the document. The next combination is control plus end. So I showed you the end key also to move the cursor to the end of the document. Now you have taken your cursor up, right? You want to go down immediately without using the arrow keys to come down. So you press control key, keep it pressed, and then also press the end key. The cursor will from the top will go to the bottom of the page, wherever your text is ending, wherever your last text is written. So your cursor will go there. So control key can be used in combination with the home key and the end key to perform these two functions. There are other functions also which you will learn later. Now let's learn about the Alt key. ALT, Alt key. First, let's see where do I find this key on a keyboard. If this is my keyboard, can you find out the Alt key? See, here you have the Alt key next to the space bar. ALT, Alt key. Right? Now let's learn about the functions of an Alt key. So, Alt key can be used in combination with some other keys to perform some different functions. So suppose you are working on any of the programs, like you are working on a Word document, right? And you want to close Word, or you are making a drawing in MS Paint and you want to close that application. So either you take your mouse to the cross at the top right hand side and cross to close the application, or you can press the Alt key on the keyboard and keep it pressed, don't leave it, and also press the F4 function key and your application will be closed. I will show you the F4 key on the keyboard. So here on the top you have different function keys, right? Can you see? There are different function keys that you have here. F1, F2, F3, F4. So we will press Alt key with F4 and the application will be closed. The next function is you press Ctrl, Alt and Delete. So here we are pressing a combination of 3 keys. We have to press the Control key, keep it pressed, don't leave it. Also press the Alt key, don't leave it, and then press the Delete key. So when we press all these 3 keys together to shut down a computer, you can shut down your computer. Okay, you can close your work on the computer. You can shut it down. I hope you enjoyed learning about these combination keys and the punctuation keys, and you will also try using the punctuation marks while typing on the keyboard and while working on your computer, and also try the control combinations and the Alt combination with F4. I will not suggest you to try out Control Alt Delete combination when your parents are not around. So try this combination only with your parents. So now let's have a quick recap of what we learned today. So we learned about the punctuation keys today, and how many punctuation marks we learned about? The full stop, comma, question mark, and an exclamation mark. So they are present on these keys with other symbols also. Right? We use the punctuation mark while writing a sentence or a paragraph, like we use in our notebook while writing answers or any sentence. The other we learned about the combination keys. The keys, those are used in combination with other keys to perform some specific function. We learned about three keys today: the Shift key, Control key, and Alt key. The Control key is written as CTRL on the keyboard, but the name is Control key. Right? There are two Shift keys on a keyboard. There are two Control keys on a keyboard and one Alt key on a keyboard. Now, how do we use it at this combination? So, we use the Shift key to type anything, any special symbol which is written on the top of a key. Right? This bottom symbol we can use without pressing the Shift key, but if we want to write the symbol which is present on the top of the key, like if you want to write a question mark, we have to press the Shift key, keep it pressed, don't leave it, and press this key on the keyboard with a question mark, and question mark will be typed on the computer. Right? So, to type the special symbols which are written on the top of the key, we use the Shift key. Shift key can also be used in combination with the alphabet key. If we want to write any single alphabet in any single letter in capital, right, without using the caps lock key, what we will do? We will press the Shift key, keep it pressed, and then press any letter when the caps lock is off, and we can write this letter in capital. Now the Control key can be used in combination with the Home key. So you press the Control key, keep it pressed, and press the Home key. So if my cursor is blinking here, if I have a blinking cursor here at the end of the document, and I press the Control plus Home key, my cursor will move to the top of the document here, in the beginning of the document. Right? Now if my cursor is here at the beginning of the document, and I press Control plus N, my cursor will come back here at the end of the document. This is the function of the Control key in combination with Home and End. Now we have the Alt. The Alt key can be used in combination with the function key F4. Right? When we press Alt, we keep it pressed and also press F4 together. Then you can close any program. Whatever program is open on your computer, you can close it. Suppose you are working on MS Paint. You are working on Paint and you want to close it. If you press Alt plus F4, that program will close. The Alt key can also be used in combination with the Control key and the Alt key. Control key and the Delete key. So when you use the Control plus Delete plus Alt combination, you can shut down the computer. You don't have to click on the Windows button and then go to shutdown. It will shut down the system. The moment you press Control plus Alt plus Delete, it will give you an option to shut down, and you can shut down your computer. Alright? So I hope you enjoyed learning about the punctuation keys and the combination keys, and you will use the punctuation keys while you are typing on your computer. Alright?